Coming up on SAU News, we celebrate the cultural heritage of Asian and Pacific Islanders. We'll show you highlights from this year's big show.
The growing trend of thrift shop entrepreneurs continues to grow on campus.
Have you noticed the brighter lights? An essay project literally sheds more light in dark corners.
All these stories and more coming up. SAU News starts now. Welcome to SAU News. I'm Chidi Onije.
And I'm Lizbeth Rodriguez-Diep. Our newscast is brought to you by SJC Productions and the School of Journalism and Communication. After weeks of rehearsals, the curtain finally went up on the last cultural night of the year. Reporter Tensi Reed takes us to Asian Night 2024.
Asian Night opened up with live music from the kids and had food that featured multiple Asian cuisines from Indonesia, Hawaii, and more.
Hello, this is South Korea, and then this is our drink, shike.
It's a fermented rice drink that's really sweet, and usually you drink it in the summer as a refreshing beverage.
I'm here at Asian Night, and I just stopped by so many different food booths. And right now I'm at the Indian booth, and they are giving mango lassi. And I love mango lassi. It's one of my favorite drinks in the Indian culture, and it's really good.
Asian Night's theme highlighted popular movies and TV shows in Asian culture. The decorated gym transported you to a movie premiere.
So my first impressions of Asian Night, when I walked in and saw the red carpet and the posters with all the faces that will be in Asian Night, I really felt like I was going to a premiere.
Asian Night was packed with students and community members that were in for a surprise. Some may have felt a sense of nostalgia after seeing famous TV moments, anime, and even old stories come to life on the big stage. The night was filled with drama and romance. Afterwards, students expressed how they enjoyed the night and that they were happy to see their favorite movies reenacted. This is Tensi Reed, reporting for SAU News.
Congratulations to Asian Club President Ethan D. The incoming president for next year's Asian Club is Megan Sewell.
All over campus today, students have been sharing the results of their term papers and research projects.
The university calls it Campus Research Day. Reporter Jillian Wong has just returned from covering it and joins us in the studio. Hello, Jillian.
Hi.
So obviously you're presenting research results, but there has to be more at stake, right? I heard there's prizes for the people with the best presentations.
Well, yes, the university is awarding more than $600 to the best presentations from each of 3 categories, which are humanities, science, and the social sciences. This year's Campus Research Day poster session was at the Collegedale Southern Adventist Church. Students investigators showcased their projects, many with large poster panels. One that caught my eye was on whether or not Asian American college students seek to better their behaviors and attitudes in correlation with family and personal perceptions. The other one I noticed was on how sleeping and studying can contribute to academic success. Recent graduates who marched last summer and fall were also invited to present.
Jillian, how did Campus Research Day get started?
The event began over a decade ago when the School of Nursing set aside a day to showcase student research within its department.
And do we know the Research Day winners?
Well, yes. So just hours ago, McKee Library has posted this photo on its Instagram announcing the winners. The top social science project goes to Adam Bellis, Geneva Ferrero, and Kyla Robbins. The top science presenter was Marcus Trigg-Stokes, and top humanities prize goes to Anna Benetham. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Jillian.
You're welcome.
The state of Tennessee recently adopted the Bible as one of the state's official books, so perhaps it was appropriate that Student Association held its first ever Bible Week on campus. Reporter LaRon Matheson explains why.
Thank you, guys.
SA officers stood along the promenade and handed out Bibles and devotionals as part of the university's first Bible Week. VP for Spiritual Life Charlene Dijon says the week was created to promote more spirituality on campus.
So the purpose of the Bible Week is to design creative and fun activities to engage our students in prayer, practical application of scriptures, deeper understanding of apologetics, firm foundation, the principles of our church, and many other things throughout the week.
There were also prayer jars placed around campus that allowed students to anonymously place prayer requests.
As finals weeks are coming up, it's easy for a lot of students to get stressed. That's why this week was a good reminder for students to go to God in prayer and to bring all their stress and burdens to Him.
I think it was a good experience this week, Bible week, week before finals, experience that God got you, get some free Bibles, devotionals, so I think it was a good experience overall.
For SAU News, I'm Laurent Matheson.
The United States observes a National Bible Week in November. It was introduced by President Roosevelt in 1941.
Our university president loves to meet students outside of Bright Hall. He's found a winning combination in offering sweets or snacks to attract attention. We found students waiting in line to enjoy Brewster's ice cream as a free gift from President Shaw. These monthly pop-ups are known as Pop with the Press.
And not to be outdone, we found the Student Association president also serving treats. It's what the SA calls Smile Initiatives. This past Friday was their last one of the year. SA officers handed out an assortment of bagels from Panera Bread with an assortment of cream cheeses. It was a quick way to grab snacks on your way to or from a class.
Have you noticed the new lights on campus? The brighter LED lights is helping illuminate dark corners. And as I discovered recently, an SA officer deserves much of the credit for getting it done. For a long time, Southern students felt very unsafe walking back to their dorms after a long day of studying in the library or finishing up labs in Brock. The lighting used to be very poor on campus, but as you can tell now, it's a lot more bright, and here is why.
Something that I noticed while I was campaigning at night, putting up my posters, was a lot of darkness on the promenade and just overall, just the lack of light.
Ochoa joined Marty Hamilton, Financial Administration VP, on the annual lights inspection and suggested LED lights.
As soon as that conversation was over, I came back to his office, wrote him an email, follow-up, and that week was just follow-up after follow-up of, let's make this happen, these are the numbers. I took it to Senate, and we passed it through.
Taylor Circle was one of the first locations on campus to be renovated.
Come on campus at night. If you're not even from around here and you drive through a university campus and you see it's dark and dull, you're just like, what's going on here? There's no life. But when you see the lights, you're like, oh wow, like people are here, they care about their students, it's safe.
After a long day of studying, I feel like it's a lot safer to walk to my village because of the brighter lights.
Next thing we're going to is the walking track by the gym.
Behind me, you can tell that there are still yellow lights on campus that have not yet transitioned to the LED lights, which just goes to show that this project is still in progress. Ochoa encourages students to continue to voice their concerns to student leadership so that more change can happen.
A lot of us rely on Facebook Marketplace, but if you want a face-to-face experience in your search for the treasure, the local neighborhood flea market is the place to be. The Collegedale Community SDA Church hosted the market, giving vendors and small businesses a chance to sell clothes, toys, and home decor. Vendors paid a $20 fee to American Legion Post 257. Proceeds help fund patriotic youth programs and homeless veterans.
So when veterans come up with special needs, whether it's transportation or whether it's they got some type of situation going on in their home that needs repairing, the money that we raise here goes into a fund, and then we come and talk about it, and we try to support that veteran.
The flea market attracted more than 50 booths spread out over the church parking lot.
Right next door to the flea market, antique car lovers showed off some of their prized wheels. The car show featured about 11 beautiful vintage cars in the lot, with more showing up by the minute. The show included an orange VW GTI, followed by a band of Shelbys, Corvettes, and Mustangs. Car guys and gals met up to share their interest and love for cars, comparing power outputs and driving dynamics. The show is a great place for enthusiasts to learn about vehicles and how to fix old ones to look like new. Visitors voted for the best car, which was awarded a trophy.
We return to an ongoing story that we've covered before, the growing number of entrepreneurs who are selling handmade content.
SAU News reporter Tensi Reed is here with a story about a student who not only designs, but sometimes hand tailors her clothes for sale.
Tensi, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here.
So, introduce us. Who is this woman who can sell, design, make, and still find the time to be a full-time college student?
Well, over the past few weeks, I have gotten to know Jo Iris. She is a fashion designer and a small business owner, so I wanted to know what inspires her creations.
Hi, my name's Jo, or Johan Iris, and I am a clinical psychology major, and I'm from California and running Angel Iris Boutique.
Jo started Angel Iris when she was a sophomore, and it featured upcycled clothes she would thrift and reuse fabrics. Each drop release would feature a different aesthetic.
You can see that I'm still also finding my style with the clothes, but mainly I get a lot of my inspiration from art and my culture. I'm Filipino, so I try to always kind of incorporate that with some of the stuff that I sell. And also being from California, that has a lot to do with like the street style that I see. So I did a fashion show, and you can kind of see the influence of like the Islander style as along with the street style.
This year, 4-3 Night was held only one semester, so Iris stepped in and hosted her own pop-up that featured different student vendors called Angel Iris Market.
I wanted to have like a little bit of what I experienced in California. Back in February, I went back home, and there was this really cool pop-up I went to that had tooth gems. There were people like doing a lot of different arts and crafts, clothes. It was huge, and I saw like the community come out for it and really support like all of these creators.
So I'm here right now at the Angel Iris Market, where there is actually music and there's clothes and there's different vendors. And somebody is actually doing henna, and I got some henna here, as you can see. So yeah, it's been a great day here at the Angel Iris Market.
Honestly, I think the market was really good. I thought it was going to be a little bit less people, but it's actually been like a consistent flow in and out of people coming. And I think a lot of people have made a lot of money. They've not only made a lot of money, but like they just enjoy themselves. You know, and it's a good time overall.
In the future, Jo hopes to open her own cafe/clothing store, where she'll not only feature her own brand, but showcase others.
Jo's market was a success. I was also able to participate at the market when I wasn't recording and sell some things I made myself.
That's awesome. What advice do you have for students who are wanting to pursue their own creative ventures?
I would say that it's important to try anything you're passionate about. Jo didn't want to start her business, but she was encouraged by her friends to start. And in her last year of school, she was able to do something that students on campus haven't done.
Wow, that's really cool. Thank you, Tensi.
You're welcome.
If you're planning a big road trip this summer, the mechanics in Southern's Applied Technology Department are here to help. The Automotive Technology Shop held their semi-annual car care event just outside the Samaritan Center in Ottawa. Every April and October, anyone who shows up can have their vehicle inspected free of charge.
We go through a checklist of belts, fluids, hoses, tires, and then if we see anything of concern, we can refer them on to local shops or just let them know that they should have their cars checked. It's a good way for us to engage with the community, have our students learn more, and just kind of, give back as we can.
The car care event is useful both to the community, but also to the student mechanics who gain valuable experience exercising their skills in the real world. While the inspection was free, car owners were invited to make a small donation to the nearby Samaritan Center.
The university's classical FM radio station needs your help. WSMC is a non-commercial, listener-supported radio station programming classical music since 1961. All week long, student announcers and general manager Robbie Rainey have asked for donations. Their current fundraiser aims to cover the cost of broadcasting 24 hours, 7 days a week. So far, the station has raised $114,000, about 80% of their goal. Show your support by giving online at WSMC.org.
An English major will take over as the editor-in-chief of the Southern Accent next year. Matthew Orquilla moves up from serving as managing editor. In a column published this week, Urquilla praised the leadership of outgoing editor Amanda Blake. He promised readers to keep the accent as a trusted news source in Collegedale. SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Lizbeth Rodriguez-Diep.
And I'm Chidi Onije. Coming up next week, we'll have a special year-end show featuring the best of our reporting.
And from all of us here on SAU News and SJC Productions, thanks for watching and have a great week.